Target detected. Infection spreading. Containment failed. Humanity obsolete. T-virus active. No escape from evolution. Experiment. Alive. System corrupted. Subject terminated. You are next.
They said it was contained. In the shadows of humanity's ambition lies a truth no one dares to face. The birth of a virus that would consume the world. The story you think you know is only the beginning. Welcome to the untold chronicle of Umbrella's darkest secret, the true origin of the outbreak. Long before the STARS team set foot in the Spencer mansion, a deeper, more sinister story was unfolding within its walls. A story that begins with one man, Dr. Alastair Mercer. Dr. Mercer wasn't a villain, not at first. He was a brilliant virologist, a man driven by a desire to push the boundaries of science for the good of mankind. He believed in Umbrella's public mission, creating life-saving pharmaceuticals. He was naive, blinded by ambition and the vast resources the corporation offered him. He poured his life into Project Chimera, a revolutionary attempt to fuse animal and plant DNA, hoping to create a new form of regenerative medicine. The potential was limitless, regrowing lost limbs, curing terminal illnesses, even reversing aging. It was a beautiful, noble dream. But dreams have a way of turning into nightmares within the walls of Umbrella. Oswald E. Spencer, the enigmatic and ruthless founder, saw a different potential in Mercer's work. Not life, but a weapon. He secretly diverted Mercer's research, twisting his elegant formulas into something monstrous. The T-virus wasn't born from a single act of evil, but from the slow, creeping corruption of a good intention. Spencer saw Mercer not as a colleague, but as a tool, and his lab, nestled deep beneath the Arklay Mountains, as the perfect incubator for global terror. Dr. Mercer began to notice the anomalies. Research notes would go missing from his desk, only to reappear with slight, unnerving alterations. Test subjects, simple lab rats and primates, began to exhibit unprecedented levels of aggression. Their cellular structures were not just regenerating, they were mutating, twisting into grotesque parodies of life. When he confronted his superiors, they placated him with lies, assuring him it was all part of the standard experimental process. They praised his genius while secretly siphoning his work for their own horrifying ends. The deception was absolute. Mercer was a prisoner in his own lab, the architect of a doomsday weapon he never intended to create. The night it all fell apart began with a flicker of the lights and a distant guttural cry that wasn't human. Security breach. He had to lock down the wing. Dr. Mercer grabbed his data disk, a desperate compilation of all the evidence he'd gathered against Umbrella, his only hope of exposing them. He ran, the sterile white corridors of his life's work now a terrifying maze. The familiar hum of the facility was replaced by the blare of alarms and a chilling, automated voice. Warning, biohazard containment compromised. Evacuate area immediately. But there was no escape. He heard it before he saw it. A low, wet growl from the observation room ahead. Inside a reinforced glass cage was Subject Zero, the first primate to receive the weaponized T-virus strain. It was supposed to be sedated, dormant, but its eyes, glowing with a malevolent red light, were wide open. It stared at him, not with animal instinct, but with something that looked chillingly like intelligence. A hungry intelligence. Then the lights flickered and died, plunging him into absolute darkness, and the sound of shattering glass echoed down the hall. The emergency lights kicked in, casting long, monstrous shadows. Doors began to slam shut. A system lockdown initiated not by him, but by someone else. A trap. No, not this again, he whispered, a cold dread washing over him. He sprinted, his heart hammering against his ribs, the sound of claws scraping on linoleum close behind. The creature that was once a simple primate was now a thing of nightmare, its body twisted and enlarged, a horrifying testament to his corrupted research. He fumbled for a flare in his lab coat, fired it, and in the brief, blinding light saw the true face of his failure. He had to reach the core lab, his last-ditch effort. In that central room was the archive, the mainframe where every piece of Umbrella's data was stored. If he could upload his disk, create a time-stamped backup, maybe, just maybe, the truth would survive, even if he didn't. He burst into the core lab, a circular chamber filled with humming servers. He flicked switches, typed frantic commands into the console. The system sparked, fighting him. Umbrella's digital ghosts were everywhere, their security protocols like a digital fortress. He could feel them closing in, deleting files, locking him out. In every shadow, in every line of code, he saw the signatures of Umbrella's design. Just as he thought he was locked out, a single command line opened. A back door. Someone was helping him, an anonymous ally from within the corporation, or another trap. He didn't have time to question it. He initiated the upload. As the progress bar crawled across the screen, a new sound reached him. A low moan from the medical bay down the hall. A human sound. It was Dr. Evans, one of his assistants, who'd been attacked earlier. Mercer had thought he was just injured. But as the moaning turned into a guttural snarl, he knew the first human victim was rising. The true horror was beginning. With the upload complete, his only chance was to get out, to warn someone. He fought his way through the ravaged upper levels of the mansion, the opulence of the main hall, now a scene of carnage. Staff members he'd known for years were now something else. He finally broke through the heavy oak doors, gasping the clean night air for the first time in what felt like an eternity. He looked down from the mountain at the distant glittering lights. Raccoon City. It starts there, he breathed, a desperate plan forming in his mind. He had to get there, he had to warn them. But as he turned, a shadow fell over him, impossibly large. A monstrous figure emerged from the tree line, its silhouette blotting out the moon. It was a tyrant, the ultimate bioorganic weapon, the final terrifying product of his life's work. There was no escape. This was Umbrella's final solution for loose ends. As the monster raised its massive claw, a single thought echoed in Mercer's mind, a thought that would become a prophecy for the world. They're already here. Thank you so much for watching. This is our imagined origin story, a tribute to the incredible world of Resident Evil. If you enjoyed this journey into the shadows, please hit that like button, subscribe for more stories, and let us know in the comments what secrets of the Umbrella Corporation you want us to uncover next. Stay safe out there.